Welcome to White Wonders, where we explore the beauty of nature's naturally white animals. In the vast and varied tapestry of the natural world, there are creatures that stand apart, robed in an ethereal brilliance that captivates the eye and stirs the soul. These are the animals of pure white, a colour, or perhaps an absence of it, that speaks of adaptation, of rarity, and sometimes of an almost mystical presence in their ecosystems. From the frozen expanses of the polar regions to the sun-drenched savannas, and even within the hidden depths of our oceans, these remarkable beings navigate their lives. Their striking coats are testament to the intricate dance of evolution. Today, I invite you to join me on a journey to witness these spectacles of nature. We shall delve into the lives of 10 such creatures, each unique, each possessing a story etched into its very appearance. Their whiteness is not merely a visual trait, it is often a key to their survival, a cloak of invisibility in snowy landscapes, a beacon in murky waters, or sometimes a genetic quirk that makes them all the more precious. We will explore how this striking coloration shapes their existence, their interactions, and their place in the delicate balance of life on our planet. Prepare to be mesmerized by the sheer elegance and adaptive genius of these white wonders. We will observe their behaviors, understand the science behind their unique appearances, and appreciate the often fragile circumstances that allow such beauty to persist. It is a celebration of biodiversity in one of its most visually stunning forms, a reminder of the endless creativity inherent in the natural world, and the importance of protecting these irreplaceable treasures for generations to come. Let us begin our exploration into this luminous realm. Our first encounter takes us to the far northern reaches of our planet, a realm of biting winds and endless snows, the Arctic. Here, amidst this seemingly stark and unforgiving landscape, lives a creature perfectly attuned to its surroundings, a true phantom of the tundra, the Arctic fox. This diminutive carnivore, Vulpes lagopus, is a marvel of adaptation, and its most striking feature, particularly in the depths of winter, is its magnificent, dense white coat. This isn't just any fur, it's a lifeline, a masterpiece of natural engineering that allows it to thrive where few others can. The whiteness of its winter pelage is, of course, paramount for camouflage. Imagine the scene, a vast, unbroken expanse of snow reflecting the pale Arctic light. Against this backdrop, any other color would stand out, a fatal advertisement to predators or a warning to potential prey. But the Arctic fox, draped in its immaculate white, simply vanishes. It becomes one with the snowdrifts, a silent, almost invisible hunter or an elusive quarry. This ability to blend seamlessly into its environment is a critical advantage in a world where every calorie counts, and every moment can be a struggle for survival. But this remarkable fur offers more than just concealment. It is among the warmest of any mammal, boasting an insulating capacity that is truly extraordinary. Each hair is hollow, trapping air, and the underfur is incredibly dense, creating a thermal barrier that shields the fox from temperatures that can plummet to well below -50 degrees Celsius. It can curl up in the snow, its bushy tail wrapped around its body like a muff, and remain perfectly comfortable. This incredible insulation means it doesn't need to expend as much energy just to stay warm, a crucial factor in the resource-scarce Arctic winter. The Arctic fox is an opportunistic feeder. Its diet can include lemmings, voles, hares, birds, eggs, and even carrion left behind by larger predators like polar bears. Its keen senses, sharp hearing that can detect prey moving beneath the snow, and a good sense of smell, combined with its stealth, make it a formidable hunter. It will often pounce in a characteristic high arc, breaking through the snow crust to snatch an unsuspecting lemming. In this hunt, its white coat ensures it remains undetected until the final, decisive moment, a silent, snowy predator moving with grace and precision. Yet life for the Arctic fox is not without its challenges. Climate change is altering its habitat, bringing new competitors like the red fox further north and affecting the populations of its prey. Understanding and protecting this resilient creature means understanding the delicate balance of its Arctic home. Its pristine white coat is a symbol of this fragile ecosystem, a reminder of the beauty that can be found in even the most extreme environments on Earth, and the urgent need to preserve it. From the tundra, we venture further into the heart of the Arctic, onto the shifting, ephemeral world of sea ice. Here reigns the undisputed monarch, an animal of immense power and iconic status, the polar bear Ursus maritimus. This magnificent creature, the largest land carnivore on Earth, is inextricably linked to its icy domain, and its impressive creamy white coat is one of its most defining characteristics. It's a symbol of Arctic wilderness, a creature perfectly sculpted by the harsh demands of its environment. The thick fur of the polar bear, which can appear white to yellowish, is a superb adaptation for life in a world of snow and ice. This coloration provides excellent camouflage, allowing these formidable predators to stalk their primary prey. Seals with remarkable stealth. As a bear lies in wait near a breathing hole or creeps across an ice floe, its pale coat blends seamlessly with the surrounding landscape, making it incredibly difficult for a wary seal to detect its approach until it is far too late. This visual deception is critical for successful hunting in such an open environment. Interestingly, the fur itself isn't truly white. The hairs are actually pigment-free and transparent, with a hollow core that scatters and reflects visible light, much like snow does, creating the white appearance. Beneath this dense, oily, water-repellent fur lies black skin. This black skin is highly effective at absorbing solar radiation, helping the bear to soak up warmth from the often weak Arctic sun. This, combined with a thick layer of blubber up to 11 centimeters thick, provides the insulation necessary to survive the extreme cold, both in and out of the water. Polar bears are supreme swimmers, perfectly at home in the frigid Arctic waters. Their large paws, partially webbed and covered with papillae and non-retractable claws, provide excellent traction on ice and act as powerful paddles in the water. They can swim for long distances, often journeying between ice floes in search of seals. Their reliance on sea ice is absolute. It is their platform for hunting, for traveling, and for raising their young. The cycle of freezing and thawing ice dictates the rhythm of their lives. However, this majestic white giant faces an uncertain future. The rapid warming of the Arctic is causing the sea ice to melt earlier in spring and form later in autumn, drastically reducing the polar bear's hunting grounds and access to prey. This is a direct threat to their survival, a stark reminder of how interconnected life is on our planet. The fate of the polar bear, this icon of the icy north, is a potent symbol of the challenges posed by a changing climate and the urgent need for global action to protect these unique and vital ecosystems. We now turn our gaze skywards to meet a magnificent avian hunter of the Arctic and subarctic regions, the snowy owl Buboscandiarchus. With its piercing yellow eyes and stunning white plumage, this owl is a creature of breathtaking beauty and formidable prowess. It is often referred to as the ghost of the tundra, a fitting name for a bird that can appear and disappear with silent, ethereal grace against the vast, snowy landscapes it calls home. Its whiteness is a key element of its mystique and its survival. The snowy owl's plumage is a remarkable example of adaptive coloration. Adult males can be almost pure white, while females and younger birds typically have darker flecks or barring of dusky brown. This predominantly white coloration provides excellent camouflage in their open, treeless habitat, especially during the long Arctic winters. When perched on a snowdrift or soaring low over the frozen ground, a white snowy owl becomes virtually invisible to both its prey and potential predators, a crucial advantage in a landscape offering little cover. These owls are powerful and patient hunters, equipped with exceptional senses. Their large, forward-facing eyes provide excellent binocular vision, allowing them to judge distances with great accuracy, even in the low light of the Arctic twilight. Their hearing is incredibly acute, capable of detecting the faintest rustle of a lemming moving beneath a thick blanket of snow. And like many owls, their flight is almost completely silent, thanks to specialized feather structures that muffle the sound of air rushing over their wings, allowing them to approach unsuspecting prey unheard. The life of a snowy owl is often nomadic, closely tied to the fluctuating populations of its primary prey, particularly lemmings and voles. In years when these small rodents are abundant, snowy owls may raise large broods. However, when prey is scarce, they may not breed at all and will often fly vast distances south in search of food, a phenomenon known as an eruption. These eruptions can bring them into contact with human-populated areas, offering fleeting glimpses of these Arctic wanderers far from their usual haunts. The snowy owl holds a special place in the folklore and mythology of many northern cultures, often seen as a symbol of wisdom, endurance, and the wild spirit of the north. While not currently considered globally threatened, they, like many Arctic species, face challenges from climate change which can impact their habitat and the availability of their prey. Observing this magnificent white raptor, whether in its snowy domain or as a rare visitor further south, is a truly unforgettable experience, a connection to the untamed beauty of the high latitudes. The beluga whale canary of the Arctic seas. We now plunge beneath the icy waves of the Arctic and subarctic oceans to encounter a highly intelligent and sociable marine mammal, the beluga whale, Delphinapterus lucas. Instantly recognizable by its striking creamy white skin and distinctive bulbous forehead, known as a melon, the beluga is a creature perfectly adapted to its frigid, often dark, aquatic environment. This ghostly white cetacean is often called the canary of the sea due to its remarkably diverse and complex range of vocalizations. The adult beluga's white coloration is unique among whales and is thought to provide camouflage in the ice-choked waters of its habitat. As they navigate through fields of pack ice or swim beneath vast ice floes, their pale bodies blend with the reflective surfaces of ice and snow, making them less conspicuous to predators such as polar bears and orcas. Interestingly, beluga calves are born grey or brownish-grey, gradually turning white over several years as they mature, a transformation that coincides with their increasing independence and exposure to the dangers of their world. Belugas are renowned for their sophisticated communication. They produce an astonishing array of clicks, whistles, chirps and moans, which they use for navigating through murky waters via echolocation and for social interaction within their pods. The melon on their forehead is believed to play a crucial role in focusing these sounds. These whales are highly social animals, often found in groups or pods that can number from a few individuals to hundreds, particularly during their summer migrations to estuaries and shallow coastal waters. Their diet is varied, consisting of fish such as cod, herring and salmon, as well as invertebrates like squid, crabs and shrimp. They are adaptable feeders, capable of hunting both in the water column and on the seabed. Their flexible necks, unusual for cetaceans as their cervical vertebrae are not fused, allow them a greater range of head movement, which is advantageous when foraging in complex environments or navigating through dense ice. This flexibility, combined with their echolocation abilities, makes them highly effective hunters. Despite their remarkable adaptations, beluga whales face a number of threats. Pollution, including chemical contaminants and noise pollution from shipping and industrial activities, can impact their health and disrupt their communication. Habitat degradation and climate change, leading to changes in ice cover and prey distribution, also pose significant challenges. Several distinct beluga populations are considered endangered or threatened, highlighting the need for continued research and conservation efforts to protect these enchanting white denizens of the northern seas. Chapter 5: The Ermine, a Regal Transformation in White. Our journey now takes us into the snowy forests and fields of the Northern Hemisphere, where a small, agile predator undergoes a remarkable seasonal transformation. This is the ermine or stoat, Mustela erminea, particularly in its winter guise. While a creature of modest size, the ermine in its winter coat of pure, brilliant white is a vision of elegance and a testament to the power of adaptive camouflage. Only the very tip of its tail remains defiantly black, a distinctive feature that sets it apart. The change from its summer coat of brown fur on its back and yellowish-white underparts to its immaculate winter white is a genetically programmed response to decreasing daylight hours and falling temperatures. This process of molting is crucial for its survival. In a snow-covered landscape, a brown stoat would be dangerously conspicuous to avian predators like hawks and owls and to larger mammalian carnivores. The white fur, however, allows it to merge almost perfectly with its surroundings, rendering it nearly invisible as it hunts or moves through its territory. This pristine white pelage is not just for defense, it is also a vital tool for predation. The ermine is a voracious and fearless hunter, preying primarily on small rodents like mice and voles, as well as rabbits, birds and insects. Its slender, elongated body and short legs allow it to pursue prey into narrow burrows and crevices. The element of surprise afforded by its white winter coat is a significant advantage, enabling it to approach its quarry undetected before delivering a swift, precise bite. The black tip on its tail is a curious feature, and several theories exist as to its purpose. One compelling idea is that it acts as a decoy, drawing a predator's strike towards the less vulnerable tail rather than the ermine's head or body, potentially allowing the small mammal a chance to escape. Whatever its precise function, this small splash of black against the pure white canvas is an iconic characteristic of the ermine in its winter glory, a feature that has long been admired. Historically, the winter fur of the ermine, with its luxurious softness and striking appearance, was highly prized, often associated with royalty and nobility. It was used to trim ceremonial robes and crowns, symbolizing purity and status. Today, while no longer a staple of royal attire, the ermine remains a fascinating example of nature's ingenuity. A tiny hunter whose seasonal wardrobe change is a perfect illustration of adaptation to a world of stark winter beauty. Its presence is a vital part of the intricate web of life in its ecosystem. Chapter 6. The White Peacock, an ethereal display of purity. We now shift our focus from the wild, functional whiteness of camouflage to a whiteness born of genetic variation, often cultivated for its sheer aesthetic appeal. We encounter the white peacock, a breathtaking variant of the familiar Indian peafowl Pavo cristatus. This is not an albino bird. Rather, it exhibits leucism, a genetic condition that results in a reduction of all types of pigmentation, leading to its stunning, entirely white plumage, while typically retaining normal eye color. The sight of a white peacock, especially a male in full display, is truly unforgettable. Its long, elaborate train, composed of up to 200 elongated tail covert feathers, is transformed into a cascading fan of pure white. Each feather, though lacking the iridescent blues and greens of its colored counterpart, still possesses the intricate eye spot patterns, or ocelli. In the white peacock, these ocelli appear as subtle ghostly imprints within the white, creating a delicate lace-like effect that is both ethereal and majestic. The courtship display of the white peacock is a spectacle of serene grandeur. When the male, or peacock, fans his train and shivers it to attract a mate, the all-white array creates a shimmering, almost bridal vision. While the vibrant colors of the common Indian peafowl are thought to signal health and genetic fitness to peahens, the unique allure of the white peacock also captivates, perhaps speaking to a different aesthetic sensibility or simply standing out due to its rarity and striking purity of form. White peafowl are rare in the wild, as their lack of camouflage would make them more vulnerable to predators. However, they have been selectively bred in captivity for centuries, cherished in aviaries, parks, and gardens around the world for their ornamental beauty. Their propagation is a testament to human fascination with unusual and beautiful forms in nature. Raising them requires care, ensuring they are protected, especially when young, as their bright white feathers can make them easy targets. Beyond their visual splendor, white peacocks have often been imbued with symbolic meaning in various cultures, sometimes representing purity, peace, or spiritual enlightenment. Their serene presence can transform a simple garden into a place of wonder and contemplation. Whether viewed as a genetic marvel or a living work of art, the white peacock stands as a stunning example of how a subtle shift in an animal's genetic makeup can result in a creature of extraordinary and captivating beauty. Chapter 7. Our journey now takes us to the warm, humid swamplands and marshes, home to one of nature's most formidable reptiles, the alligator. But we are in search of a particularly rare and enigmatic version, the albino alligator. Albinism is a congenital condition characterized by the complete or partial absence of melanin pigment in the skin, hair, and eyes. In an animal as typically dark and camouflaged as an alligator, this results in a creature of startling and almost mythical appearance. An albino alligator is a striking sight indeed. Its skin, normally a dark olive brown or black, is instead a creamy, ghostly white. Its eyes, lacking pigment in the iris, often appear pink or reddish due to the blood vessels showing through. This lack of melanin makes them incredibly sensitive to sunlight. Unlike their pigmented relatives who can bask for hours to regulate their body temperature, albino alligators must seek shade, as prolonged exposure to direct sun can severely burn their delicate skin and damage their eyes. This extreme photosensitivity, combined with their lack of natural camouflage, makes survival in the wild exceptionally challenging for an albino alligator. Their bright white coloration would make them highly visible to both predators when young and to potential prey as they mature, hindering their hunting success. Consequently, albino alligators are incredibly rare in their natural habitat, with very few surviving to adulthood. Most known individuals live in the protective environments of zoos, alligator farms, or wildlife sanctuaries. The genetic basis of albinism involves a recessive gene that, when inherited from both parents, prevents the production of melanin. It can occur in many animal species, but in a large predatory reptile like an alligator, the contrast with its typical appearance is particularly dramatic. These animals are not a separate species, but rather a rare genetic variant of, for example, the American alligator, Alligator mississippiensis. Their care in captivity often involves providing shaded enclosures and carefully monitored environments. The albino alligator, with its spectral beauty, holds a unique fascination for humans. It challenges our perception of what an alligator should look like, transforming a creature often associated with primal fear into something that appears almost fragile and otherworldly. They serve as a living illustration of genetic diversity and the myriad ways in which life can express itself, even if those expressions present significant survival hurdles. They are a reminder of the delicate interplay between genetics and environment in shaping the life of an animal. Chapter 8. The White Bengal Tiger Majesty in a Pale Coat. We venture now into the realm of one of the world's most charismatic and powerful big cats, the Bengal tiger, Panthera tigris. Among these magnificent striped predators, there exists a rare and visually stunning variant, the white Bengal tiger. It is crucial to understand that these are not albino tigers. They possess a recessive gene that inhibits the production of yellow and red pigments, resulting in a coat of creamy white or pale apricot, dramatically contrasted by dark, well-defined stripes and piercing blue eyes. The appearance of a white Bengal tiger is undeniably majestic. The usual fiery orange fur is replaced by this luminous white, making their characteristic stripes stand out with even greater clarity. Their blue eyes, a common trait associated with this specific genetic mutation, add to their captivating and almost mystical allure. This coloration is due to a specific recessive allele, meaning both parents must carry the gene for a white cub to be born. It is a natural, albeit very rare, occurrence in the wild. The history of white tigers in captivity is well documented, tracing back to a single wild-caught male cub named Mohan, captured in Rewa, India in 1951. Most, if not all, captive white Bengal tigers today are descendants of Mohan. This lineage has unfortunately led to significant inbreeding in the captive population as breeders sought to perpetuate this striking color morph. Such inbreeding can lead to a range of health issues and genetic defects in the animals. In their natural habitat, the dense jungles and grasslands of the Indian subcontinent, a white coat would likely be a disadvantage. The tiger's usual orange and black stripes provide excellent camouflage amongst the tall grasses and shadowy undergrowth, essential for stalking prey like deer and wild boar. A white tiger would stand out far more readily, potentially hindering its ability to hunt successfully and making it more visible. Reports of wild white tigers have always been exceedingly rare. The focus on breeding white tigers for their aesthetic appeal has sparked considerable debate within conservation circles. Many argue that resources would be better directed towards conserving the genetically diverse orange Bengal tiger populations in the wild, whose numbers are critically endangered. While the white Bengal tiger is a creature of undeniable beauty, its story highlights the complexities of conservation, captive breeding, and the human fascination with rare color forms in the animal kingdom. It underscores the importance of preserving genetic integrity and wild populations above all. Chapter 9. The Dall Sheep Mountaineers in Brilliant White. Our exploration now ascends to the rugged, windswept mountain ranges of northwestern North America, from Alaska through the Yukon, Northwest Territories, and into British Columbia. Here, clinging to precipitous slopes and navigating treacherous rocky terrain, lives the Dal sheep, Ovis dalli. These elegant wild sheep are distinguished by their brilliant white coats, which provide a striking contrast against the often grey rock faces, yet offer superb camouflage amidst the snows that cloak their high-altitude homes for much of the year. The pure white pelage of the Dal sheep is a defining characteristic, setting them apart from their close relatives, the more southerly and darker stone sheep. This whiteness is particularly effective as camouflage during the long winter months when snow blankets their mountain domain. Against a backdrop of snow-covered peaks and glaciers, these sheep can become remarkably difficult to spot, offering them protection from predators such as wolves, coyotes, bears, and golden eagles, especially for the vulnerable lambs. Dal sheep are sexually dimorphic, with the rams or males being significantly larger than the ewes or females. Rams are also distinguished by their magnificent amber-colored curling horns, which grow throughout their lives, forming impressive C-shaped spirals. These horns are not only a symbol of status, but are also used in dramatic headbutting contests between males to establish dominance and breeding rights. These clashes can be heard echoing across the mountain valleys during the autumn rut. Life in the high mountains is demanding. Dal sheep are herbivores, grazing on a variety of alpine grasses, sedges and forbs during the summer months, building up fat reserves to survive the lean winters. They are incredibly agile climbers, their hooves specially adapted with hard outer edges and soft rubbery pads that provide excellent traction on steep rocky surfaces. This agility allows them to access foraging areas and escape routes that are inaccessible to many of their predators. The conservation status of Dal sheep is generally stable, though populations can be affected by severe winters, predation, and habitat changes. They are a key species in their alpine ecosystems and a prize site for wildlife enthusiasts and mountaineers who venture into their remote and breathtakingly beautiful habitat. The vision of a flock of these brilliant white sheep stark against the vastness of a mountain landscape is a powerful reminder of the resilience and beauty of life in extreme environments. Chapter 10. The White Lion. A sacred rarity of the African plains. For our final white wonder, we journey to the sun-drenched savannas of southern Africa, specifically to the Timbavati region adjacent to the Kruger National Park. Here, a legendary and exceptionally rare creature roams, the white lion. These are not albino lions, rather, they are a unique color mutation of the southern African lion, Panthera leo melanochyta, exhibiting a condition known as leucism. This results in significantly reduced pigmentation, giving them their striking white or pale blonde fur, while their eyes and skin retain normal pigmentation, often a golden or hazel hue. The genetic marker responsible for the white coat in these lions is a recessive gene. This means that a cub can only be born white if both of its parents carry this specific gene, even if their parents themselves are tawny-colored. The first documented sightings by Europeans occurred in the mid-20th century, though local African communities, such as the Sepulana and Songa, have known of their existence for centuries, often regarding them with reverence and considering them sacred animals, messengers of the gods. In the wild, the life of a white lion can be more challenging than that of its tawny counterparts. While the typical golden-brown coat of a lion provides excellent camouflage in the dry grasses and scrub of the African savanna, allowing them to stalk prey effectively, a white coat can make them more conspicuous. This could potentially reduce their hunting success and make cubs more vulnerable to predation by other carnivores like hyenas or even other lions. For many years, white lions were removed from the wild and placed into captive breeding programs around the world, partly due to their rarity and perceived vulnerability, and partly due to their immense appeal. This led to a period where they were technically extinct in their natural habitat. However, thanks to dedicated conservation efforts, such as those by the Global White Lion Protection Trust, white lions have been successfully reintroduced into their ancestral lands in the Timbavati region, where they are now living and hunting naturally. The story of the white lion is a powerful one, blending genetics, cultural significance, and the complexities of conservation. They represent a unique strand in the rich biodiversity of Africa, and their successful reintroduction offers hope. Observing these magnificent pale predators, whether in a protected reserve or if one is exceptionally fortunate in their natural, free-roaming state, is an awe-inspiring experience, a glimpse of a truly regal and almost mythical creature thriving once more under the African sun. Outro, Echoes of White, a lasting impression. And so our exploration of nature's white wonders comes to a close. We have journeyed from the icy extremities of the Arctic, home to the camouflaged Arctic fox and the majestic polar bear, to the sun-drenched plains where the rare white lion roams. We've soared with the snowy owl, dived with the beluga whale, and marveled at the seasonal transformation of the ermine. Each creature, in its unique way, showcases the remarkable adaptability and sheer beauty that can arise from this striking absence of color, or its ethereal presence. These animals, whether their whiteness is a product of albinism, leucism, or specific environmental adaptation, remind us of the incredible diversity that life on Earth encompasses. Their stories are tales of survival, of genetic quirks becoming spectacles, and of the delicate balance that often dictates their existence. From the cultivated elegance of the white peacock to the rugged resilience of the dhole sheep and the controversial allure of the white tiger and albino alligator, each holds a special place in the grand theatre of the natural world. It is my sincere hope that this glimpse into their lives has deepened your appreciation for these extraordinary beings and the habitats they depend upon. The challenges many of them face, from climate change to habitat loss, underscore our responsibility to protect the rich biodiversity of our planet. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the world of nature's white wonders. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing wildlife content.